Hello, YouTube! Welcome to another episode of Dwarf Fortress with our band of useless bards and a couple of actually useful dwarves that they managed to trick along to following them. Here at the Fugitive Theater, my name is Tanis Fugit, and, well, I've done a little bit of work while sort of between episodes here just to sort of get us set up here. Mostly I set up a couple of rudimentary things, farm plots mostly. These are, this is all plump helmets, so this is all loaded up with plump helmets, ready to be grown up into big mushrooms that we're gonna grind up into beer here in the still. And of course we have our a secondary farm plot that's going to be useful for things like pigtails, turning that into cloth, and things like sweet pods and dimple cups. Dimple cups are good for making dye later on, which can make things really flashy and expensive, which flashy and expensive is going to be the name of the game for us eventually when we start building our big tavern. Sweet pods, I believe, are just another source, another thing that can be turned into booze here at the still. Down here on this level, you can see that we are doing... we're still mining out all this stuff. We found Morions, not morons. I misread that when it first popped up. Morions. We found some Morions, which are just basic level gems down here. We've got, we found the yellow jasper earlier and the pink tourmaline over here. So there's plenty of good stuff here. And also this whole wall, like everything down here is useful. Basically every square down here is useful because all this stuff over here is gypsum, which is used to make plaster, which is like a possible building material. And then all of this stuff is dolomite, which is a flux stone. So that is how we're gonna make steel eventually, because steel needs flux. On top of that, mixed into all of this gypsum and dolomite are obviously, like I said, a few of these gem fragment clusters, as well as a whole bunch of tetrahedrite. I am swimming in useful materials right off the bat here. Tetrahedrite, and especially this much of it, means we're going to be able to go into a ton of silver and silver derived items. Now that's not going to be very useful for like weapons and armor, obviously, but well, it is kind of. A silver hammer is actually quite a useful tool, but moreover, it's just going to be used to make lots of very expensive stuff, which is awesome. And I am currently just letting our miner mine this out. Every time she digs out a bit of tetrahedrite, if she exposes more tetrahedrite behind it, she then also mines that space behind it, and goes until she basically runs out. And that has created a very interesting shape, and I really like doing this. I like digging down until I hit my first major ore vein, and then just letting my miner go till they've cleared out the whole vein, then looking at the shape that leaves behind and deciding how I want to go from there. Like, for instance, right here, this little central area here, I think is going to be our first set of offices, and I'm really excited about that because that's like a really cool natural thing. It's almost like it's the center of like a, I don't know, like brass knuckles or something. I think that's really fun. And then obviously these I think are going to be like maybe master bedrooms back here, like at the tip of the knuckles, right? Like these might be like master bedrooms and stuff like that. Maybe with access, maybe we'll leave access to the offices from back here as well. This is starting to look like, like I might have to just core this all out, make just a big square cut out of all this and just cut all this out and make this my big central storage area. That seems like it'll probably be good. And then these are looking like they're going to be like hallways that we're going to cut building bedrooms into. So I'm just letting that go for now. In the meantime, we got food, we're fishing up. We've got a fishery here, so anytime our fishing dwarves actually successfully catch a fish, they'll bring it back here and it'll actually be turned into useful stuff. And also, by the way, some of the fish, like mussels, can actually turn into shells, and some of them get turned into bone, and later we can craft those shells and bones into items. at certain craftsman workshops. And in fact, it might be time for us to start thinking about that now rather than later. This actually might just be living quarters, actually. I think I might do one more level down. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to designate stairs. Oh, we struck something new as well, so we're going to take a look at that. I'm going to go down one more level, and we're going to construct a set of stairs down. What did we strike over here? Blue Jade! Oh, it's so good. Here's the problem, is that I got to be careful of what I designate here and how I designate, because here's the thing. I'm going to pause, and I'm going to show you what happens. If I say, like, auto-designate, and I'm looking for just the Blue Jade, and I highlight this area... Oh, actually, I didn't realize that it's... Okay. But if I were to do that over here, right? Like, if I wanted to just designate this tetrahedrite, right? And I, like, highlighted this whole area... All of this, because this is all gypsum, so this is all considered like economic stones. This all gets flagged for removal, and that's with the auto tag. So it'll basically, if I did that even just once, my miner would mine out the entire, basically this entire area, all the gypsum in it. So I had to avoid that. But we were thankfully I was able to. So scrolling in and out in this game brings you up and down Z levels, which is not exactly how I would expect that to go. Why can't I? Ah, we're on the edge of the map. Aha! That tetrahedrite is actually outside of our map generation, so we can't reach it. So this is actually the far corner of the map, which I guess I did realize, but at the same time, that's kind of unfortunate. Okay. That's why I can't get at this tetrahedrite. Okay, so we're so far in the corner of the map. Yeah, this has got to be bedrooms. I think, yeah, we're going to go down a level. This is going to be where workshops are, I think. Okay. I have to designate a couple of, like, just regular mining jobs because I don't want there to be these, like, sharp zero space corners anywhere. So I'm going to designate a few places for, and also I guess I'll mine that out as well. And we'll do one there as well. Just because I don't want to leave any weird one spaces there. Oh, okay, so we've finally done it. So there it is. That's all of the tetrahedrite. That's all of the, like, gems that we're going to get access to right then and there. Oh, and also they've dug down one. So this is dolomite. Okay. So this is what we're going to do first, is I'm going to designate, I'm going to say these two, and then I'm going to cut out a square that's going to be, like, big. It's going to be pretty big. I'm going to say, like, let's do it, like, yeah, here's what I want to do. I'm going to make it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 by 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let's do it here as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and down so it matches. And then there's going to be, like, yeah, let's do this as well. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like that. Okay. And I think I'm going to make 4 of these. I'm going to do, like, 1, 2, 3, 4 down here. And these are going to be, like, I think I'm going to do, like, yeah, workshops, and then this is all going to be like, yeah, okay, that's what's basically going to happen here. We have immediately struck gypsum, which is fine. We're also, I see, striking more tetrahedrite, which that's going to be inside the wall. That, like, I want that to stay as a wall, so that's going to be a little bit awkward. I'm actually going to lose out on some, oh, it is summer, by the way. So we've progressed into from our first season. And it's a little bit awkward. It's going to be in the wall. I guess it's fine. Oh, okay, well, that's a bit awkward. Blue jade cluster, that needs to get mined out. I can't not do that. Gems, like I said, making things expensive and flashy and adventurine. The heck? Making things flashy and expensive is going to be like a major part of our goal here. So I guess I gotta mine out all of this stuff. Oof. Okay. My other dwarves are not really doing much right now. Well, I guess they are. They're growing, they're harvesting. I'm actually going to continue harvesting. We're going to set more plant gathering orders. We're going to let them go like a little bit further afield with these. Gather as much from those plants as possible because that'll all come back into the kitchen, I believe. I believe all that stuff gets used to make like meals in the kitchen. One of the things I've not looked at this game at all is like the food system. I barely understand the food system in this game whatsoever. Because my understanding is the dwarves will pretty much eat anything, and it doesn't bother them whatsoever what they are or are not eating as long as they are eating something. So, yeah. I guess I'm going to have to designate this to be mined as well. Didn't necessarily want to, but it is what it is. I've got some gypsum sitting back here as well. Yeah, okay, yeah, all that's going to have to go. Well, all right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clear these just except that is, man, this is super awkward. Maybe I'll put up like glass blocks or something, or make something out of like fancy glass or something like that to like delineate these spaces. Because man, I was really hoping to be able to successfully delineate these spaces. I guess I should have expected that the all that tetrahedrite was going to be down to Z level as well. Maybe just leaving this 4x4 block and this 4x4 block will be good enough. Oh man, what a mess. Yep, that whole wall that I wanted to leave a wall is all tetrahedrite. Well, almost all tetrahedrite. Oof. That was rough. I was really hoping to be able to delineate the spaces a little bit better, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. And I would prefer to have the resources, I guess. Especially because eventually I'm going to need to start training my like silversmiths and stuff like that. And I want a ton of this resource in order to train my smiths as effectively as possible. Well, I guess I gotta designate this wall as well, since I'm doing it. Oh, he's sleeping right there. Once we get a couple of these spaces dug out, we're gonna go back up here and we're gonna start doing bedrooms. I think all of this interior space, this is all gonna be bedrooms some way, shape, or form. Like these are bedroom halls. I might connect these up, like this up, so that like these internals can be bedrooms, but the people who have bedrooms up here don't have to walk all the way around. Something like that. I'm not really sure. It'll be something like that. But I got plenty of food. Food's coming in like nobody's business. I'm gonna start designating my stockpiles. How do I do this again? Oh, I always forget. So I'm gonna give 1, 2, 3 on either side. So we're going to start from, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go here. Oh, no, new stockpile. 1, 2, 3, start here. And then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so this is going to be, well, I guess we're just going to start like this. No, one more over. That's correct. There we go. And this is going to be just an everything stockpile. All these are just going to be everything stockpiles for now. I just want to get more tetrahedrite. I just want to get my guys moving stuff down here. That's all I want right now, is just to get guys moving as much stuff down here as possible, and we just want to start like collecting stuff. In fact, our embark location was way over here, and we still got a bunch of stuff. No, we've still got, oh yeah, we got a bunch of stuff still in here that I want them to pick up and move. So I want to get them started on that as soon as possible. People should start hauling in stuff as quickly as they can. I believe I only have one miner right now, which is actually, I believe usually you start with two, but because of our useless bards, we're actually starting with like less than you would normally start out with as far as this goes. So, just going to keep designating these areas individually as they come up, I guess. Prepare raw fish, yeah. So all the like catch fish, prepare fish, all those jobs are sort of automated in a sense. So anytime like if there's some reason that they can't do it, you're going to get those like warning messages. It's a little bit awkward and unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, people are actually hauling what's in this chamber right now, which is, I guess, fine. It's not ideal. Eventually what we're going to do is we're going to designate like, there's going to be, like I said, there's going to be like 4 of these like 12 by 12 areas. Each one is going to sort of be specialized. And so the stockpile that's inside of it is going to be somewhat specialized. So like we're going to have one of these sections that is like 100% like metalworking, and one that's just going to be like, one that's like designed for making like our baseline materials that we need to survive. And then another one that's going to be all about making like things very pretty and stuff like that. In the Twitch version of this, in the one that I was doing on my in the playthrough that I was doing on my stream that had the same basic concept, we were able to, one of the cool things we were able to do, yeah, so let's see, 1 2 3. Oh, hold on, this is not... Well, we'll accept this as an all stockpile, but we will also edit this. Someone has become a fisher dwarf. Good. Let's repaint the stockpile, make it bigger. 3. Pretty sure 1 2 3. Yeah, that's... Yeah, this is the space. Yeah, that's correct. Accept that. Okay. Keep hauling stuff, dwarves. I will just keep designating places for you guys to mine, because these walls contain so many material. Oh my god! So much adventuring and blue jade, what the heck? So much. Oh, my migrants. Oh boy, I did not expect to get migrants quite so quickly. So we have some migrants. So this is cool because our useless bards are now going to get some help. So let's take a look at our new dwarves, shall we? Some new arrivals here. I had a new miner. Did you come with a pick? Did I have a second pick? I don't know that I did. Did you come with a pick? How can I even tell? Looks like you did. Still pick. Nice! Oh, that's going to make this so much easier. Okay, so we have a new miner. We also have a weaponsmith. Nice! A metal crafter. And a cheesemaker. What are your other skills, buddy? How do I even... Skills. That's it. That's your only skill. You're an adequate cheesemaker. Well, you're going to have to learn a new skill, buddy. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry to tell you. You're gonna have to learn a new skill. So the cheesemaker will figure out what to do with you, but this weaponsmith is really cool. What's your actual skill? You're an adequate weaponsmith. You're a novice speaker. Oh, you're a novice musician and a singer. we have another, oh, and you know all these like musical forms and poetic forms. It's actually another fucking bard. We actually just pulled in another fucking bard. That's hilarious. Sorry, I had a hiccup there. Very weird. There, that's great. Another useless bard to join. Actually, he's going to be great though. He's going to be our a great smith. Because we are eventually going to want to do things like make some weapons out here. That is part of the goal eventually. This stockpile, we're going to repaint you because we want you to include all of this now. That is the final shape and size of that. We're going to say this stockpile, repaint it because we want you to include, excuse me, repaint you because we want you to include all of this. Accept that. Okay, so with that done, we're going to set up a few, actually I think I want to start with trying to decide on bedrooms. I think these being bedrooms is going to be kind of obvious, but I want to set some up over here as well first. So my bedrooms tend to be a 2x3 design, which I think is somewhat fairly standardized, but that's what I like to do. So I think what I'm going to do is, because of the corners, you got to be a little careful. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do two and then 3x2 this way. And then I can do like in here and then a 3x2 that way. Could I have fit more if I went the other direction? Probably. Could I fit more in the same space? Maybe, but also maybe not. So I'm not gonna worry about it because like the cool thing about this game is that it actually doesn't matter. Like you've got the space, you might as well use it. Even on the basic start like this, you've got the space. You might as well use it. So I'm gonna go like there. That's 5 bedrooms right there. And like I said, I think I'm gonna try and connect like this together so that this is all one. So then let's start making bedrooms down here out of this grouping. Or oh, that's got to go. Oh, that's not actually going to work. This space isn't going to be able to become one. Not like that, at least. Let me think. How do I want to... Is there a way to do that, then? Not easily, but there is kind of a way. There. That's a bedroom. That's a bedroom. That's not going to be... We're not going to be able to fit one in there. I mean, it's certainly not efficient, but... I don't really think it has to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more makes 10. That's 10, and that's going to be this whole space. That's all that I'm going to be able to fit in there. And again, this is the outer wall, so I don't think I can fit... Like, I could do something silly. Like... that and get us right up against the outer wall. And yeah, I think that's probably fine. And then I think up in here maybe? Up and then like out this way maybe? Or even... like this and then like that. Yeah, because one of the important things is there's got to be like a square that's like obviously where the door is gonna go. Oh, by the way, none of this matters unless I actually get workshops built. So here we go. Regular, and let's also continue designating regular mining for all of this tetrahedrite because it just does not stop. This map will not stop generating tetrahedrite for me. All right, so we need workshops. We need to make doors and beds for all these rooms that we're making. So the first thing is carpenter. Is that where you make beds? I think so. So I'm going to start with a carpenter shop, and we're going to put that right here. And they're not going to make it out of dolomite. We're going to make it out of oak logs. And we're also going to do a stoneworker's shop because that's where we're going to make... Yeah, that's where we're going to make the... that's where we're going to make our... doors and stuff like that. And I guess alternative on top of that, I'm also going to grab a crafts dwarfs workshop because it's always very important to have a good crafts dwarf workshop. Now, one thing I want to be on the lookout for is, I mean, I am stuck in so much dolomite. This is actually insane how much, like, how deep I am stuck into this dolomite. And that's really quite cool in some ways, but it's also kind of annoying in others because eventually, I'm going to go back to the surface out here, and somewhere along this nice babbling brook, maybe somewhere down here, I'm going to build a big tavern. That's my goal, is to build a big old tavern. Or maybe it'll just be right up here, and I'll just like include the downward stairs in like the back room or whatever. But I kind of almost expect that it's going to be like external to our like main base here. And I'm gonna build like a actual big tavern, but I'm gonna have to make it out of stone that's available on the map. Thing is that right now the only stone I'm seeing is dolomite and gypsum. I haven't seen any other stone so far. I'm stuck in all of this dolomite, and I don't want to use that for creating that. So it's just, you know, a bit unfortunate, a bit awkward. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 beds. Doesn't really matter what they make it out of. I just need people making beds. That's not what I wanted. I want the stone workshop. I want to make a door. It doesn't matter what rock you... actually, there isn't a lot of rock kicking around. It's pretty much just going to be dolomite. Which I guess is fine, because there's like no other rock kicking around, and I'm in so much of it. We might as well make dolomite doors. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 doors. Okay. And then with the Crafts Dwarfs Workshop, here's what we're going to start doing. I'm going to make... oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I don't know what I just did. I want to add a task, and I want to search. I want to make stuff out of shells. As long as I've got those shells kicking around, I want to make stuff out of those shells. So I'm going to make shell crafts. And we're going to make a bunch of those. Shell crafts. Shell crafts. And as long as I've got shells, I want to be doing this. Because they're not worth a lot, but at least it gets us started on stuff. And then we're going to make rock. We're going to make a bunch of mugs because eventually we're going to need rock mugs. Just for drinking stuff out of. Dwarves are happier when they're drinking their beer out of actual mugs, so we're going to make mugs. Prepare rotten fish, yeah. People are canceling the jobs to prepare fish because there just aren't fish to be prepared. Okay, where are our miners are, I guess, busy. They're very busy people, I suppose, doing other things. There's a lot of hauling going on, which is really good. How are we doing on clearing out the cart? The cart is completely clear. Awesome. So we can now go ahead and deconstruct this. because that will actually give us back the 3 fungi wood that were used in the creation of the wagon in the first place. We tear it down, we'll actually get that wood. A little bit of extra resources at the start of the game. Beneficial. Not hugely important for us because we're in a heavily forested area, but uh-oh. A Kia has stolen dingo meat biscuits. Well, that's incredibly frustrating. We've got a little thieving rodent running around taking our food. That is highly unfortunate. But it is not the worst thing in the world at this time. I am going to actually start making these next zones, I think, out here. We're going to set digging orders. Yeah, I don't really know what to do about this, but we're just going to go like 4 here and then 1. No, it'll have to be like this, right? Then like that? I don't know. We'll figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and out to here. There, go ahead and start carving all that out. Once you're, I guess, done doing whatever the hell it is you're doing. I guess they're just hauling. I guess they're part of the team that's doing all this hauling. Which, I mean, I guess it's fair. I do want the hauling to happen. And we are starting to actually clear out this area, which is going to be like our living quarters. So I guess it is nice, but soon this is going to get filled up. These are being done, by the way. The shell crafts are being done. The craft stores were actually one of the things I want the carpenter's workshop to do once it's done making all these beds is I want it to make a ton of wooden bins, because this is how we're gonna like store all of our stuff efficiently instead of it being all over the place. The stoneworkers are almost done with the doors. I'm actually gonna like slate a few more of these doors to be made, and then after that I think. I don't really have anything else right now that I want the... Yeah, I don't really have anything else right now that I need the stoneworkers workshop to be working on. So long as they're still working, so long as the doors are made, that's all I really care about. All right. The mining is happening. Clearing out all of these areas, and so yeah, this is all going to be like, I don't know, like symmetrical in some way. I'm going to try and make it look nice. There's a little bit of combat happening. Our woodcutter and our cheesemaker are fighting the Kia, who is trying to steal our stuff. So we're having a little bit of combat happening. Again, we currently only have one person who is that? Oh, we also had more incomers. We had another miner. Wow. And somebody else, I'm not really sure who the other one was. I didn't notice there were even more people came in later on in that wave. So we've actually got 12 people now. I actually need you to make a couple more beds after you're done making those bins. And just keep making doors, I guess, for the time being. We struck something. We struck pink tourmaline. I'm guessing that's... Oh, no, it might have been in here. Shoot, I cleared that... I cleared that... without actually clicking to go to it. So I'm not sure if it was here or if it was down in here. I don't think it was down in here. If it wasn't down in here, then it must have been up there, but I didn't see it. Shoot. Is it up here? I don't see, like, I can't visualize it. I can't see it here. Pink tourmaline. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Shoot, I should have taken a better look at it. Maybe that was, I don't know, maybe that was slightly older message as well. Maybe it's already been mined out and gone. Maybe it already got, like, picked up and used somewhere. I don't know. It's hard to say. Miners, everyone's just sort of sleeping on the ground here. So let's start and get bed. Let's start getting some of these bedrooms up and running. So I'm going to place structures, furniture, beds. We're going to place as many beds as we can. How many do we have? Oh, we got a whole bunch. So we're going to go. B. What is it? B, F, B for bed. Okay. BFB. Let's see. Bed. And then doors are probably on D would be my guess. Oh, except it's not BF, it's BP. Oh, right, can't be on D because D is a movement button. BPR. Build place R. Some of these are technically going to be wider, like, you know, bigger rooms than others. Like this one's obviously much bigger than 2x2 because I put the door all the way down here. But like, there's no benefit to leaving this extra space outside of the room. And all it'll serve to do is make this person just, you know, possibly a little bit happier. So might as well put it at the furthest extension of the room. Okay. Well, that's all the rooms that are cleared out so far. Once those beds and doors get placed down, I can designate them as... Actually, I don't know if I can... This room might actually be a problem. This room might actually be a problem, I've just noticed. Ooh, a masterpiece bin, our first masterpiece item. I may have a problem designating this room. Let me try. Bedrooms, multi. Yep, that doesn't count. Because dwarves can move diagonally, so this is not enclosed. What's the best way to fix that? If I cut this out and build a wall here, that would enclose that room. All right, so for each one of these people, we got to designate someone to go in it. So we're going to start with our expedition leader to go in that one. We're going to grab our stonecrafter to go into that one. And I'm just going to walk down the list here, basically. Woodcutter. Peasant. Okay. And for this one, yeah, we're going to have to... Okay, so I want to build... N for construct. And L for wall. Here. Gonna build out an oak wall logs, and then we're gonna cut out that little section there, and that will cause that room to be considered enclosed. And then we can turn it into a bedroom. So I can build, place. What was door? R? Door is R. Make that happen. FB for bed. Let's get, yeah, all these things down. R. Get a door put down there. Build PR. I gotta remember these like hotkeys, man. I am really bad at remembering the hotkeys for this game. And using all of the, like, there's a lot of stuff built into this game that's designed to help make your life, you know, go smoother. And I just tend to be really bad at remembering them. Okay. Nice. So we built up a little wall. We cut this out. That room will be able to be set as a bedroom in a second here. So let's go ahead and create more bedrooms. Multi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. That's all those. So let's go ahead and hit done. And let's start moving through the list again. Minor. So all these are taken. Yep. Fisher Dwarf. Weaponsmith. Miner. Oh, and the miner and the cheesemaker actually are together. So they actually took that room together, which is really nice. That means less rooms overall are needed. Miner and mason. Okay, yeah, that means less rooms overall are needed, so that's really, really good. I actually still have a free bedroom out of the ones I initially designated, so that's really good. Okay, and then over here, here's our pink tourmaline, which is an unfortunately placed location right on the outer wall here. That's a little frustrating, but it is what it is. We're going to make a new stockpile. We're going to designate this. We're going to go down to here and over. Here? Here. Yeah, that's the... Okay. Boom. Except you're going to be everything for now. All these stockpiles are just everything for now. Just got to make sure that we get, like, you know, everything put into stockpiles and available for us. That's, like, the main thing. That is, like, just hugely important. Oh, saving the game. It is autumn. So we have an autosave coming in. And actually, that autosave is a pretty good timing here. I think what I'm gonna extend some of these sites out so that they're, you know, taking advantage of some of the walls that we mined out. And other than that, I think we might actually be about done here once this save game decides to finish. Yeah, I've got so much fish and food. Yeah, I mean, I am looking really good. Literally just designating a fishing spot and setting down a fishery at the beginning of the game is all you really ever need for food for, like, the vast majority of the game. I never find that I need much more than that to get me through food-wise, which is why I really don't understand. I can't say that I know the food system all that well. Okay, hold on. You, designate you, repaint. We're gonna include, like, yeah, that whole area. Boom. Accept this stockpile, repaint. We're gonna just, yeah, because we want you to include that square. Accept. Good. All right. So yeah, now they're just gonna keep hauling. You know, they're gonna pick up all this tetrahedrite off the ground. They're gonna drag it down here. That way, at least it's all here, right? That way, when we start doing this work, you know, it'll all be here. The next thing I think I need to think about is the fact that, you know, I've got all this tetrahedrite and I've got all this dolomite, but I don't have coal. That's the next thing I need to think about. I don't have any coal. blacking coal is a big deal here because really what it means is that I can't turn any of this tetrahedrite into useful stuff. I can't use this dolomite, you know, should I even find iron, which I don't have access to iron yet either, but should I find iron, I can't even use all this dolomite to turn it into steel because I'm, you know, I don't have a way to like melt it all down. So I need to make a furnace, but I can't utilize, like, you know, I don't have anything to burn in that furnace in order to do the things I want to do. So I would think the next step for us right now, since we do have so much, we're in such a heavily wooded area, would be to set up something like a wood furnace to turn wood into charcoal, which we can then use in like a smelter to smelt down all of our material, which we can then use in a like metal, in a metalsmith or something like that. So that's something to think about for next episode as we move forward. But yeah, we've got our basic dwarf fortress set up. Everybody has a bedroom now. Everybody's eating and drinking food. Eating food and drinking beer. In fact, I'm going to brew drink from plant. We're going to set that as a task, so is that, you know, all of those plum helmets that got growing over here in the last couple seasons, we're going to take them over here and do some good work with them. Yeah, nothing to catch. Autumn has come, and yeah, we're just going to keep doing some. I want to set more tasks to be done. If there's still shells, I want to make more shell stuff. So keep making shell crafts. I want to do this as much as possible, because at least this gives us something to. At least this gives us something to sell, and then rock mugs, because we always want rock mugs. So yeah. Next time, we're going to continue. We're going to expand our, as much as possible, we're going to expand our ability to produce stuff, because we want to make as much money as possible, and because we want to start getting certain skills highly leveled up. Like we want to start getting people on furnace operation and smelting and smithing quickly, so that we can make high value stuff. Eventually, I want to be making things like some of our own these instruments, like that we brought with us. I want to be making our own versions of these instruments that are like really high value and like masterwork quality and studded with all sorts of gems, stuff like that, because that's what I want to be loading into the tavern and stuff like that. So, I really want to be getting these skilled crafts up as fast as possible. Also, I've got all this gypsum. I've never done anything with gypsum. I don't really know how good like plaster or whatever it is. I don't know. It might be worthwhile taking a look at. But yeah, anyway, that'll all come next time. So thank you guys for watching. My name is Botanis Fugit. This is the Fugitive Theater. If you like what I'm doing here, like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that YouTube-y stuff that I hate saying, but it really does help. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.